You ever felt like your world just blinked out? Like one second everything's clear, sharp, and bright, and the next, it's as if someone slammed a shutter over your eyes? That's what happened to Jim. One morning, just as he was reaching for his coffee, he froze. Not because he was tired. No, because his vision blurred. Then a flash of light. And then darkness creeping from the edges. He whispered, "I can't see. What's happening?" His heart pounding, his mind racing. This isn't a thriller movie. This is real life. Every 5 seconds, somewhere in the world, someone faces a sudden, terrifying eye emergency. Could be a stroke, could be glaucoma silently stealing sight, or age-related macular degeneration, a slow, sneaky thief in the night. But, here's the kicker. Most of us don't even know our eyes are crying for help until it's almost too late. We think it's just getting old, like it's some cruel birthday gift. But it's not. It's a signal, a warning flashing in neon. And ignoring it? That's the real danger. Listen, this isn't about doom and gloom. It's about power. The power to protect the windows to your soul. Because eyes are more than just organs. They're memories, dreams, moments frozen in light. They tell the stories of your life. And losing sight? It's like losing the soundtrack to your favorite song, bit by bit. Now imagine waking up one day, and instead of the familiar morning sun pouring through your window, you're met with shadows, faces, once so clear, now just blurs, a world stripped of color and detail. How would that feel? Scary, right? It's not just about vision, it's about connection. Connection to people, to places, to yourself. And here's the shocker. Your daily plate, what you eat, plays a starring role in this story. Yes, food, not some miracle pill, not a fancy surgery, but the simple choices on your fork. Because inside those colorful fruits, vegetables, and even humble nuts lie tiny warriors fighting off decay, guarding your sight like a fortress. The catch? Most diets today starve these warriors. Processed, empty calories flood in, and your eyes? They pay the price. You don't have to be a scientist to get it. Think of your eyes as a garden. Feed them junk, and weeds take over, nourish them right, and vibrant blooms keep your vision sharp. So before you scroll away or shrug this off as something for younger folks, stop. Just stop. Because every day counts. Every bite matters. And the moment you start fueling your eyes the right way, you're fighting back. This is the wake-up call. The moment to take charge, to rewrite your vision story, because clear sight isn't luck. It's a choice. And it starts right now. Meet Clara. She's 62, lives in a cozy little town where everyone knows everyone's business. Clara was like many of us, full of life, always on the go, but always putting herself last. "I thought I was invincible," she'd say. You know, the kind of person who doesn't need to think about health until something smacks you in the face. Her days were packed. Morning coffee, then errands, gardening, visiting friends. She loved reading, novels, newspapers, the works. But slowly, something changed. Words on the page started to blur. At first, she blamed her glasses. Maybe the prescription's off, she told herself. But then, even with new glasses, things got worse. One afternoon, while reading her favorite book, she noticed the letters dancing, like they were alive, twisting and fading. "That's when panic hit me," she recalls. "I thought, what if I'm losing my sight? What if this is the start of something serious?" She went to the doctor. The diagnosis? Age-related macular degeneration, a phrase so scary it felt like a sentence. "I just sat there, stunned," Clara remembers. "The doctor said, this can progress and you might lose your central vision. I asked, is there anything I can do?" Here's where the story could have gone dark. But Clara decided to fight. She refused to accept that her world would shrink into shadows. Instead, she dug deep, researched, talked to specialists, and discovered something powerful. Her diet was her first line of defense. "You won't believe how much what you eat can protect your eyes," Clara told me. "At first, I thought, how can a salad stop my sight from fading? But it wasn't just salads. It was about the right foods. ones packed with vitamins, antioxidants, healthy fats. She swapped sugary snacks for leafy greens, replaced white bread with nuts and seeds, added bright orange carrots and deep purple blueberries to her meals. And slowly she noticed a change, not overnight, but a steady improvement in how her eyes felt. Less strain, better clarity. Clara's story is a beacon because it's not about a miracle cure. It's about taking small, deliberate steps, about turning your plate into a shield. And it's proof. Even when the odds seem stacked, you can rewrite your vision story. She laughs now. I'm still reading those novels. The letters don't dance as much anymore. But more than that, Clara regained something priceless, hope, and with it, the power to keep seeing the world in all its messy, beautiful detail. Sound familiar? Because Clara could be you, or me, or anyone who's ever felt that creeping fear in the back of their mind, the fear that one day, the world might just fade away. But it doesn't have to, not if you choose to fight back one meal at a time. Imagine your eyes as tiny, delicate machines, complex, precise, and working non-stop from dawn till dusk. Now, picture this. Inside these machines, there's a battleground, a battle between damage and defense, decay and repair. That's what's happening inside your eyes every single moment. Here's the core truth. Your eyes age, just like the rest of your body, but they're especially vulnerable. Why? Because they're exposed to so many attacks. UV rays from the sun, blue light from screens, pollution, and even the natural wear and tear of time. It's like your eyes are on the front lines of a war zone, day in and day out. Now, inside your eyes, especially in the retina, the very part that captures light and turns it into the images you see, there are millions of tiny cells. These cells need oxygen, nutrients, and constant care. But they're also fragile. When harmful molecules called free radicals sneak in, they start damaging those cells. Free radicals? Think of them as tiny sparks flying around, igniting slow fires of damage. This damage leads to problems like macular degeneration and cataracts, the main culprits behind vision loss in older adults. And here's a key point. The retina is incredibly rich in fats that are sensitive to damage. When those fats get attacked, it's like rust eating away at a delicate engine. But don't lose hope, because your body has warriors too. Antioxidants, powerful defenders that neutralize those free radicals and protect your cells from harm. Think of antioxidants like firefighters putting out those tiny sparks before they become infernos. Now, where do these defenders come from? Your diet. Foods rich in vitamin C and E, zinc, lutein, and zeaxanthin load your body with antioxidants. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, bright orange carrots, vibrant berries. They're not just colorful, they're armor for your eyes. Here's a metaphor. Imagine your eyes are a garden. Free radicals are the pests and harsh weather trying to ruin your plants. Antioxidants are the gardeners who tend, protect, and nourish. Without those gardeners, the garden wilts. But with them, it thrives, blooming with vibrant health. One more thing. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish like salmon and walnuts, help maintain the structure of those delicate eye cells and reduce inflammation. Think of omega-3s as the oil that keeps the machinery running smoothly. So, when Clara started eating more greens, berries, nuts, and fish, she wasn't just changing meals. She was feeding the warriors that shield her eyes. This isn't magic. It's science, wrapped in nature's simplest gifts. You don't need fancy pills or treatments to support your vision. You need real food, rich in these protective nutrients. Because what you put on your plate every day becomes the foundation of your eye health. The clearer your vision, the brighter your world. So next time you think about your eyes, remember, you're running a high-performance machine. Feed it right, guard it fiercely, and it'll keep showing you the beauty of life, clear, sharp, and alive. Let me tell you about one simple change that made a world of difference for Clara. She used to reach for cookies or chips when a snack craving hit. Comfort food, right? But here's the twist. Those processed snacks are loaded with sugars and unhealthy fats that sneak into your bloodstream and straight into your eyes. They fuel inflammation and speed up damage. Think of it like pouring gasoline on a small fire. One afternoon, Clara noticed her vision was foggier after a weekend binge of junk food. I just sat there, staring at the TV, and realized this can't go on. So, she swapped those cookies for handfuls of almonds and walnuts. Nuts are packed with vitamin E and omega-3s, the eye's best friends. The result? Not just better energy, but clearer, sharper vision over time. Snack smart, and you protect your sight without even thinking twice. Here's another story. Meet George. George loved his morning orange juice, fresh and sweet. But one day, his doctor warned him about blood sugar spikes. High blood sugar is like a silent saboteur for your eyes, the doctor said. It damages the tiny blood vessels that feed your retina. George took this seriously. He started eating whole fruits instead of juice, letting the fiber slow sugar's rush. Blueberries, apples, and oranges became his new breakfast heroes. Slowly, George felt less eye strain and noticed colors popping back to life. It's a simple swap, but a game changer. And last, but far from least, hydration. Sounds basic, right? But Clara used to underestimate water's power. Dry eyes, blurry vision, these were her regular complaints. Until a friend told her, try drinking a glass of water every hour. She laughed at first, but then she tried it. Water flushes out toxins and keeps your eyes lubricated. Imagine your eyes as tiny lakes. Without enough water, they dry up and get irritated. Clara started carrying a water bottle everywhere, and suddenly those dry, tired eyes felt refreshed. Clear sight begins with a well-watered body. 3 stories, 3 small habits, each one a step toward stronger, healthier eyes. Because the fight for your vision isn't about huge leaps. It's about simple choices you make every day, choices that protect the way you see the world. Now, take a deep breath. Let that sink in, because this story, your story, is far from over. Every day, with every bite, every glass of water, every mindful choice, you are writing the next chapter. You are the hero here, not some distant someone, not a character in a book. You. Imagine waking up years from now, eyes still sharp, colors still vivid. Seeing the faces you love without struggle, reading your favorite book with no strain, watching sunsets that stop you in your tracks. That future isn't a dream. It's waiting for you to step into it. Clara found her way back from the edge. George rewrote his routine. And you? You hold that same power to slow time, to protect the precious gift of sight. Because vision is not just about seeing. It's about living, experiencing, feeling alive in every moment. So when the world feels overwhelming, when you're tempted to ignore the signs or shrug it off, remember this: your eyes are fighting for you, and you can fight for them right back, with simple, real actions, with love for yourself. The path to clear vision isn't a mystery. It's a choice. Your choice. Right now, hold on to that. Let it fuel you. Because the best view of your life is still ahead, and you deserve to see it in all its brilliance.